Allah Ta'ala, He says, وَقُلْ رَبِّ زِدْنِي عِلْمًا, and say, Allah Ta'ala is commanding the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, say this, make this dua, and say, "O my Lord, increase me in knowledge." Okay? Being increased in knowledge and asking Allah Ta'ala to increase us in knowledge, this is something that is tremendous. Now, if you ponder, if you go through the Quran from Al-Fatiha to An-Nas, you will not see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to ask for the increasement in anything else except for knowledge. Okay? قال الحافظ ابن حجر في الفتح. الحافظ ابن حجر, he mentions in Fath al-Bari, he says, واضح الدلالة, that this here is very clear proof and evidence. نعم في فضل العلم, which very clear proof and evidence for the superiority of knowledge. Why? From what standpoint? لأن الله تعالى, because Allah the Most High, لم يأمر نبيه صلى الله عليه وسلم بطلب الازدياد من شيء إلا العلم. He says because Allah did not command His Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to ask for the increasement and to seek the increasement in anything except knowledge. Now, why is this? How does an individual they benefit from knowledge? And firstly, what knowledge is being referred to here? قال الحافظ, he mentions, he says, وَالْمُرَادْ بِالْعِلْمِ, and what is intended by knowledge, علم الشرعي, then it means the legislative knowledge. This is the knowledge that is intended, not the knowledge of something else. Legislative knowledge, okay? Legislative knowledge, that knowledge by way in which it will benefit an individual. علم الشرعي يفيد المكلف. علم الشرعي, it will benefit those who are responsible, those who are going to be questioned, those who the angels are writing for them. It benefits them because by way of it, they will have an understanding. يعني من أمر دينه. He will understand the affairs of his religion. نعم. وعباداته. And he will understand the affairs of his worship. ومعاملاته. And he will understand the affairs of his interactions, how he is to interact with people, to do business transactions, the proper adab, the proper characteristics and manners, so on and so forth. Now, he learned all of this by way of what? From way of what? By knowledge, by knowledge. Now, he will know what to do in what situation, what is halal, so he can pursue it, what is haram, so he can run away from it, so on and so forth. By way of what? By way of ilm. So this is very important. Now, I know a few weeks ago, we spoke about the highway to heaven. Okay? You're not going to be able to make it to the Jannah without what? Without ilm. Without ilm, without knowledge. You have to know what to do and then do it. You have to know what to stay away from and then stay away from it. You have to know what is that road that takes an individual to the Jannah so that you may tread upon it, so that you may be upon it. And you have to know what are those turuq, what are those roads that lead to the hellfire so that you could avoid them. All of this requires knowledge. كيف تؤمن بشيء تجهله. In order to make it to the Jannah, you have to believe properly in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How can you believe in something that you're ignorant of? You don't know anything about it. So you have to have ilm. You have to have knowledge. Naam. So this